So I will run you through the process of how we transform the dried water hyacinth into biodegradable alternatives to these plastic bags. Hello, my name is Joseph Nguthiru. I'm the founder at Hyapak. Hyapak is a Kenyan-based startup that converts water hyacinth into biodegradable alternatives to single-use plastic products. Basically, we are using water hyacinth, the world's most problematic aquatic weed, to solve plastic waste pollution. In the global south, we find hyacinth in almost every other country. In particularly Kenya, we find this in Lake Victoria and Lake Naivasha. Our hyacinth comes from there, and we use these local fishermen to harvest that hyacinth for us to use in our processing. So hyacinth, being a problematic aquatic weed, it brings problems when it comes to fishing, navigation, irrigation, water treatment, among other problems. So we create green jobs for these fishermen who can't fish, and we give them alternative jobs to harvest this hyacinth for us, and the hyacinth we use it to make our final products. And doing all this, we also open up the blue economy to other activities that were hindered by this water hyacinth weed. And that's what I'm going to show you here today. So you might be wondering what we make. Now, when the fishermen harvest the hyacinth, it is then taken to Egerton University, and by the help of the students who will again create employment for them, the hyacinth gets crushed and dried into a format that looks like this for the leaves and this for the stems. Now, after all is said and done, the final products will tend to look like packaging bags, wrappers, and so much more that are then used for multiple uses in the industry. Now, as you can see from even these ones, we have development of molds. The molds show you that these products biodegrade, as opposed to what you know in the market that stay in the environment for 500 to 1,000 years. Now, one of the uses of these wrappers and packaging bags that we use are for the seedling bags. Now, these seedling bags are planted with these biodegradable hyacinth bags, and when they're inserted to the soil, they biodegrade, and they also release nutrients that makes plants grow faster. So I will run you through the process of how we transform the dried water hyacinth into biodegradable alternatives to these plastic bags. After weighing and we have our values, we then mill this into fine particles. You want to close your ears because this is going to get loud. So it takes about a minute to make what you saw me put inside there into this fine dust. So after this, we are going to add our binders and our additives so that we can harden this and change the material properties of this. All the chemicals that we are going to use here are supposed to be eco-friendly if you want your final product to be eco-friendly as well. So from this product, we now add some proprietary binders and additives into forming something that looks like this, that we then feed into our digester. So inside this biodigester, we are going to mix all these chemicals together to form a homogeneous solution for the next steps of the process that we're going to use. So we set our temperatures. Now we start mixing. After we are done with the time that we had set and the temperatures, we switch it off and we pour this out. So we filter this to remove the excess water, after which we then add some other colorations, and that's where we do the color changes to what we want to make, and then we mold that into the trays that we have to form the shapes that we are using. In this case, our shapes are horizontal and they're supposed to be thin. So we measure out the exact millimeters of the quantities that we need to mold into this trays. So one of the packaging products that we make are seedling potting bags. So after we pour out the final products on the trays and they've dried, we peel off to make a sheet looks like this. We cut it and size it into the sizes of these seedling bags. So this is a demonstration tree nursery that we run internally. And in this tree nursery, we put different species and with these seedling bags placed under different kinds of soils to simulate what might happen in the real world. And we experiment this to see how this will work together with agronomists and farmers. Remember, our country, Kenya, is planting 15 billion trees over the next 10 years. And the president had expressed interest to use our products in the 15 billion campaign, dubbed Jazamiti. So in this different species subjected under normal soil conditions, normal watering and everything. Here, we've simulated one that has a farmer who's waterlogging the soil, and we see what happens to our wrappers with this kind of soil. And the dry soil, let's say in the dry areas of the country where we don't have enough water, what happens to these soils? We also put others down here to simulate how the biodegradability happens when we have this. So normal plastic bags have been banned by the government, and that's why we came up with our solutions. So with our solution, the seedling bags are biodegradable, and they are inserted together with the seedling into the soil. And since this is made out of water hyacinth that you've just seen, it biodegrades and it releases nutrients that makes this plant grow faster. And because this replaces normal plastic bags, we are also generating some carbon credits because we are getting away from the conventional oil-based plastic products. If you want to learn more about us, feel free to reach out to us at www.hyapak.com, that is hyapak.com, or reach out to us on our social media handles. Thank you so much.